wanted to jump on and do it. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a tree on this. I think it's very cute. If I do a tree, maybe a little star also. But yeah, just because I have it kind of out of center, and so I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. Let me jump on and see if y'all are with me. Yeah, there you are on Facebook. I don't have another device open right now. I did get an iPad coming, and so I will be able to watch both of the chats. But if you are on YouTube, I will come back and reply to any comments later. So feel free to say hey and ask questions. I would love to come back on later and say hey back. Just making sure that when you put any decals on like this, you encapsulate it really well, which is one of the reasons I prefer a non-tacky top coat, because a tacky top coat. When you use a non-tacky top coat, you usually need to apply those really thin, or you might see spiking. If there's any bubbles in the top coat at all, it'll spike, and you'll actually get a little sharp part sticking up. So I like to use Luxio Gloss. It's a regular white top coat. It's got a little bit thicker viscosity, so you can float it over the nail nicely. And it doesn't have any of those spiking situations. So, hey Erin, hey Lexi. Good to see you guys this morning. I just wanted to pop on because I've had, every time one of my clients see this peppermint, they're like, okay, so I need that. I came in with an idea and now it's gone. Or a candy cane. So I wanted to get on here and just show you guys how easy it really is. Because I know a lot of people will hand paint these peppermints. I can't even imagine how long that takes. Probably a good 15 minutes just to hand paint one nail. And I don't have that kind of extra time. My clients book on the hour for the most part. So that one's cute. Little star, little thing. I just have one left. What one should I do? I feel like I should do a candy cane because I'm doing candy canes. I like this. I'm so not ambidextrous. People always say, oh, you must be ambidextrous because you do your own nails. No, not even a little. Not even a little. It just takes me a long time. Hey, Shannon, how you doing? Right, that'll be cute. Maybe even a little half of a snowflake. Here's my scissors. Scissors in there. No, oh, so I put them in the wrong drawer. That'll do it. Hi, Shannon. I sound very low. Thank you. I will turn up volume and see if that helps. Let me know if that helps. I just turned the volume up. I also might have just been talking quiet because, believe it or not, I don't always talk at a very loud sounding voice. But let me know if that fixed it. I have the whole thing in front of me. Oh, much better. Oh, good. Painted some of these on my daughter today. Oh, so cute. All right, so I'm going to do a little snowflake, maybe a half of one. See if I can place it on here and then sticking over, so I need to cut a little bit more off. You don't want your decals hanging over when you top coat if they're not encapsulated. It makes it really easy for people to peel them off, even from your top coat. So I like to make sure that everything is super encapsulated. So I'm just going to, excuse me, make sure that these are good. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use a swatch stick to show you guys the candy canes and stuff. I just figured I would jump on real quick and finish my last two nails while we let some people find me. So I want to make sure that that end of that snowflake is really good and encapsulated. I just made a little bit of a mess there, so I'm going to fix it. I am not ambidextrous, so I've got to do the best I can on my opposite hand, you know? I feel like that snowflake is still trying to be a little bit of a pain. And cutting with the wrong hand does not do so well. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll top coat it, and if anything's sticking out, I'll file it real quick and then I'll re-top coat. Not ideal because I like to have thinner top coat application than that, but if that's what happens, I will re-top coat it in a little bit. All right, because of that little tiny bump there on the end. All right, so there's two plates that I'm going to show you guys. They are the brand new Mint to Be plate, which we sold out of during the sale, but I actually had a feeling we were going to sell out, and I pre-ordered a whole bunch more from Uber Chic, which in essence made them sell out like first day. So I kind of got the last of their plates, and so I have a whole bunch of orders that are going out today. I expect our restock, it was supposed to come yesterday and it didn't. I expect it to be here today. It says it's on a truck getting here. So all of the people that are waiting for this Mint to Be plate will get it. And I want to say as of yesterday, I had like 6 or 7 left. So if you want this plate, I would highly recommend jumping on as soon as possible to get it, because once it's sold out, it's sold out. And I don't even think Uber Chic's going to have more before the new year. So then you'll have to wait till next year to get it. But if you want some fabulous peppermint, that is going to be the way you can get it. All right, let's see. Is it sharp? Oh, it's not. Yay. I was worried that I was going to have that little sharp spot. All right, let me just oil my poor cuticles real quick on this hand because I know it's so dry. And then you guys don't have to stare at dry fingers because it's not cute. So we are going to do it. Ooh, that's cool, and save one for me. I can't save one for you, girl. They're on my website. They have the correct inventory on the website. So I just suggest jumping on and grabbing it, because anyone that sees this can grab it. And once the inventory is gone, it's gone. So I would love to say I can, but I definitely can't when I'm live, because I can't jump on there and when my phone is being used. So if you want this plate, you're gonna have to go and grab it. Because yeah, there's only a couple left. So whenever you are doing a swatch stick, I highly recommend just giving it a quick buff, because they come with a shiny surface. And if you leave it like that, you just risk it chipping off. I'll show you. So I didn't paint these. These came from Le Chat already painted, but this is what happens when you don't buff the surface. And you end up getting chips off of it. So we don't want that. So quick buff. Okay, Shannon, you'll be right back. Okay, good idea, honestly, because this plate it's hotcakes. It's definitely been the biggest seller this year. I did this one on my thumb, and I really like it because it does have the little thin lines and the big lines. I did this one a couple times yesterday. I did this one yesterday. So they're all going to be, just really, I like how pretty that one is too. So they're really, really cool. Let's do 2 different base coats. Let's pick Crystal. Crystal is a brand new from the Love X Light collection. Maybe this is the Aurora. This is like a iridescent. I don't think I want that one. And this one's a pearly. Maybe we'll do the pearl. So what I like to do when I'm doing the pearl is actually do a solid coat of white. Same with the glitter. So I'm going to use Wings, which is a Uber Chic color for the glittery one. And I'm going to use, oh, I missed a spot. Missed a spot. Okay, I don't want that chipping off. So I always like to do a quick coat of white first. So this is Polar, and this is our brightest white. Very, very white. When you get it brand new, it's almost going to even look blue, which is normal. Get that in there. So same with the new Luxio ones. This one is that pearly, and it is semi-translucent. It's just easier to do a quick coat of white first. If they don't want their nails as bright, but they want a pearly effect, you can do it on top of like ivory, or even, I mean, you could even do a gray and make your gray kind of pearly. It would lighten it a bit, but that would be really pretty also. Maybe next month I'll do that a lot, because I tend to do a lot of snowflakes in January. I was debating on mine this time. Do I do snowflakes? Do I not do snowflakes? Found the rabbit hole. Good. Yes. Thanks, Lexi. Lexi knows it's meant to be. I think I did snowflakes on Lexi yesterday with our new snowflake plate. So what's really fun about Uber Chic now is that they are now coming out with these, which are the exact plate, but with a clear base. And they're already hole punched so that you can put them on a ring. I do have exciting news. One of the boxes that came from Uber Chic did come today. And we now have these in collections of every Uber Chic plate. So there's like a fall-winter collection, there's like a spring-summer collection, and then there's a random 100 plate collection. So it's really nice. One, if you own it, it's great to have. But if you don't own it, it's a really nice way to shop. Because then you can be like, oh, your clients can look through them and you can decide what you want to do with them. But you can look and see, okay, is this snowflake going to be too big on that nail? Or do I really like it? I'm going to move the camera down because I can't seem to keep working. I'm planning to do like maybe this one next month a lot. So doing a light blue nail and then doing that snow falling with the little snow on the tip. So almost like a French tip, but with snow. This is, I'm probably the most excited about this particular one. So January, I will have snowflake nails, and that's going to be that one. But I did snowflakes yesterday on Lexi, and what I was doing was I would just pick up random ones that had like 3, so she wasn't getting the same snowflakes on each one, but then when I would stamp it, you'd get kind of random all over ones. And then some people go, those ones are so big, you'll never fit it on a nail. Well, that's because so many people like the half snowflake. So this lets you see what it's going to be looking like if you do the half snowflake stamp. So that's really nice. These are all really pretty. But that's why you have the bigger ones, so you can do your half snowflakes. All right. Let's get to color. So this one is going to be our pearl base, which is called Hollow. The new Love X Light collection, it has, I did a little video on it to show, but man, it's so hard because you can't really see it very well in the video. I don't think this cured. Did this light not go on? It did not go on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yeah, see, nothing cured. I'm like, why is the white coming off? The lamp I'm using right now is a La Chat lamp. I like to test the different lamps, and this one's been doing really good. They're really inexpensive, which is nice because some of the some of the other lamps that we carry are a little bit more expensive. But we do have a pulse lamp. So if you have clients that get really sensitive, or you do a lot of sculptured full sets, having a lamp that has a pulsing that allows it to not have heat spike is great. And that's a luminary lamp, and we have those in stock. So if you're looking for one that doesn't have that, that would be great. Okay, so then I love this plate, been stamping white over sparkly red. Yeah, so I've been doing red over sparkly white. So same kind of idea. Oh my gosh, this one didn't either. I must have just not got these in and didn't turn the light on. Yeah, so it was not curing. Awesome. World nails, y'all. That's what happens when you turn your lamp around and you don't reach the buttons far enough. When you guys do your own nails, do you turn your lamp around and like sometimes can't reach the button properly? That's what happened. I did not reach the button properly. Now it turns on. Okay. So this is wings. Yeah, this just has the white. So this is wings, and it's a really nice, like it's a, not necessarily a white sparkle. It is a silver sparkle, but I feel like it's not as gray as so many silvers are. I feel like the sparkle to it sparkles out white. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I just feel like it has more of a white look to it than a silver sparkle. But I do also really like and use often the bright silver. I found this last year. This is the Profiles. We have it on our website. And this one has white in it and is a white silver, but it's much finer. So it really depends on the look you're going for. This is the other one that I use quite a lot for candy canes or anything that I want a white sparkly background, but it's finer. So it kind of just depends on if you want a little bit bigger sparkle or if you want finer sparkle. If you want finer sparkle, you want to get the bright silver glitter bomb from Profiles. That is going to be your friend. It's on. All right. Okay, so this one we're going to do the hollow. Oh, it works so much better when it's cured. So here's the hollow, and it has this beautiful pearlescent, just the ever so slightly, you probably can't see it, ever so slightly beautiful sparkle to it. And it's just hard to see on camera, so I apologize. Shannon, you're back. Okay, good. Thanks for coming back. Hope you grabbed your plate before it's gone. So, okay, let's get ready. So, there are a couple tricks with stamping that are really important. Number one, and I teach some stamping classes, and it's, from my understanding, people are very happy when they come out of the stamping classes and they're actually able to stamp for the first time. When you get a stamper, sometimes in the manufacturing process, there's an oil left on it, and your stamper will just be complicated and not want to pick up, and you fight with it. Just do one thin wipe of an alcohol acetone blend and let it air dry. That will usually remove that oil and it'll stamp like a dream. Perfect. Brand new every time. Don't sit and scrub it. Don't use alcohol and acetone on it all the time because it won't be clear anymore. But one time when it's brand new, you get rid of that oil, it works really, 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 really well. And some people are like, well, I was able to just do this and it worked. Cool, power to you. But I have met many a stamper that did not work until I wiped it one time. Then it worked. So I am a big fan of that technique. Some people may hate me for it, but just do it once. Don't do it all the time. You don't want to ruin your stamper, but clean it the first time and you'll be able to see through it. It'll work beautifully. Life will be good. All right. So trick number 2 for stamping. You want to have an easier base. I can stamp directly over this depending on how tacky that residual layer is on your gel polish is going to make or break your design. So when I stamped Lexi's, I was not 100% happy with how it was transferring because I was stamping directly over her color, and the color did have a little bit of a slick dispersion layer. So I was a little bit annoyed. I got through it. I didn't complain. I didn't go crazy. But to save yourself a little bit of that headache, and one of the reasons I didn't is because I try to keep her nails as thin as possible because she already has a major arch to her nail, and they like to curl down. So the more layers I add, the thicker I make them, the thicker they're going to look. So I do try to keep it thin. So one less coat. It's one of the reasons I went ahead and just stamped them, even though they were a little bit of a slick. So she probably doesn't notice so much, but I know that the snowflakes could be just a little bit sharper. So my next trick for stamping, you need Outshine. Outshine is a very inexpensive no-wipe top coat, sold by Profiles on our website. And it's very shiny. But what it does is it turns your surface into a magnet for your polish, which is really important when you do a polish that you let dry. So there's some designs that I'll actually color in. Say you picked up this tree. So say you picked up this tree and you wanted the color of the middle of it green. You could pick up the outline of the tree and color the tree on your stamper, let it dry, and if it was a polished top coat where it's just gel polish and it doesn't have the outshine on it, it's hit and miss whether your polish is actually going to grab onto it. And some people will just see their design just disappear and be a problem. It doesn't transfer perfectly 100% of the time. But if you use Outshine before you're stamping, it turns it into this like magnet surface, and it will grab 100% of your design every time. So whenever you're doing stamping, especially if you have fine lines that you might lose when you go to transfer it, or even thicker lines, I feel like sometimes I'll lose bits of it if I don't outshine first. But some of your gel polishes, if that gel polish goes on and it has like almost no dispersion layer, you're probably not going to have a problem. It's the colors that have a little bit more of a dispersion layer that tend to be the ones that are a pain. What are the circle ones that have the shape on the outside? This one? The pie looking shape on the outside. So yeah, so these ones, so this is made so you can layer. So if you want to do a peppermint, say you want a couple of peppermints on a nail or just one peppermint. Say you have a black nail and you want a peppermint, you can do this out of white, and then you can do your layers of your peppermint. So you can either do this one, you can do this one, or you can do that one. So these are all designed so that you can have your peppermint all by itself instead of doing a whole nail peppermint. That's what that's for. So you have 3 different versions of peppermints, with your white being able to be on the bottom or your red on the bottom, however you want to do it. So if you're doing, say, a silver nail or a gold nail, but you still want a red and white peppermint, this lets you create your background and your peppermint. So that's what that's for. All right, we are ready to rumble. So we're going to go the simple one first, where it's just one color, and then I'll go to the 2 color. So which one do we want one color? We'll do the 2 color on that one. Oh, this is so pretty. I wish you guys could see it. It's just the prettiest color. It's got this super, super fine sparkle pearlescent to it. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one on there, which I wish I would have done, but I didn't want mine to be all super crazy. But I'm glad I got these on there now. Does that a little bit more fun? Okay, sorry, I digress. Okay, here we go. So I have my sticky pad. So I don't know where my little case is. I think it got messed up in transport, ironically. So this just ends up sitting in my drawer like this. But this is from Clear Jelly Stamper. There's 50 sheets that come in this. And so every time I go to do a new set of nails, you just grab the top one, which usually has all kinds of crap all over it, and you move it. And that way you have a really nice clean surface to clean your stamper. And then you have your stamper. See all my gold and red? That's real life. Okay, let's do this peppermint. I still think this one's my favorite, this round one here, because I like the thin lines in it. So we're just going to show you that one. So these have been my go-to colors for Christmas, is 9 and 11. And there is a Christmas set that comes with the shimmery versions of these. So if you're looking for silver, gold, red, white, there might be, I think there's 7 colors in there. There's a Christmas Favorites stamping polish collection that comes with 7 colors. It's a great collection if you need some more stamping polishes. So I'm going to go ahead and just paint this really well. Make sure I get enough in all the little spots. The trick with this part is to not push too hard when you do the glide, so that you pick up a good example of your nail. There she goes. So cute. Isn't that perfect? Perfect peppermint, you guys. Why work so hard? Don't work so hard. So beautiful purple peppermint. Love it, love it, love it. So there's that one. I stamped right onto my finger that time. That's special. And then you just clean your stamp off on your pad. And then wipe your plate. That's that. And then we'll just go top coat. So the other trick when you go to top coat a nail that's been stamped is you want to top coat one nail at a time and get it in the light. Because it will, even if you don't do outshine under it, I've seen it doesn't even matter. If you've been stamping on the nail, it typically will start to shrink a little bit. So you want to make sure that you are top coating one nail at a time so it doesn't shrink on you. And then when you go to remove your dispersion layer, it takes some of your design. You don't want that. So top coat one nail at a time. But we'll put that aside and we'll go to the next one. So I love, love, love this plate. This one's been around a number of years. So it has been well used in many ways. I do a lot of these little trees. People will pick some of those, but definitely I use these like so many. I think I've actually gone through 2 of these plates where I feel like I scraped the crap out of it. This is another example of a good layering plate. And this one, these are layered already, which makes it simple. You just have to line them up and you do your reindeer and then you do your design over the top. So those make it super simple. If for some reason you don't have a plate that has the layering, that's when picking it up on your stamper and coloring it in on your stamper is possible. But a lot of clear jelly plates, you don't have to do that because they're already prepared. All right, so red for my first one. You can do either one first, but I like doing the one that's a little bit more complicated first, which in this case is this red. It's a terrible pickup. Look how squiggly those lines are. Do not take that pickup. I'm doing it again. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist sometimes, which is why I think stamping is good for me, because even if I have to do it twice, if I had to hand paint something and spent half an hour doing it and then I still didn't like it, I would be so upset. It's better. I picked up way better earlier, which is good because I was on a client. All right. But kind of gives it a little bit of a... Some of my clients actually really like it when it's not perfect because it makes it look a little bit more abstract, but it's really just not perfect. I don't know why. Let me try to do it again. One more time. Hey, Georgia, Stephanie, everyone's chilling on a Saturday morning. We're actually going to head to Bellevue soon. Got some errands to run, which we don't go out often. And so me and Jared are going together. We might have like a little date, which is kind of exciting because we really don't go out much. I'm going to try to scrape it with the lines and see if that helps this time. I usually don't, but maybe it'll pick up better. Oh yeah. Scrape with the lines. Way better. Alright, so that's the first pickup. Now we're going to clean the surface and do the second pickup. Oh, Stephanie, I miss you. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and do the green. So we'll go with the line since apparently that's the way to roll today. So, perfect. Yay, I love a perfect pickup. So now what I want to do is line up between my stripes to create a multicolor candy cane. So that's what I have going on here. You almost can't even tell. There was a little bit of squiggly lines going on, so you could do it again if you want, but I think that turned it out pretty cute. So I'm going to go ahead and just use Outshine again as my top coat. And stamping polish dries pretty darn quick, so I wasn't concerned that that was not dry. And my peppermint. I put one on top of another. I hate when I do that. Alright. So that's that, you guys. It's pretty simple to do some easy peppermints. You don't have to kill yourself anymore over trying to make it perfect. But this is probably... So when I start not getting perfect lines consistently, that's usually... Usually that's when I know that I've overused a plate so many times that it's starting to wear at the steel, and then I'll switch it to a new one. Because like I said, I mean, look at it. It's been used many, many years. So this one is brand new, but I've used it quite a few times since I got it last week, so it's still picking up perfect, which is great. But this one is called, this is C21. I'm not sure which one that is, but it's C21. The link to the website to order everything I'm using today is lovenails.com. So if you just go to lovenails.com, everything that I've used is on there and currently available. This plate, like I said, up until yesterday, probably down to 5 or 6 now. And then they're sold out, and Uber Chic is sold out. So once they're gone, they're probably gone for the season. So if you want a peppermint plate, it's called Mint to Be. Grab it while you can. So Anyway, I hope you guys had fun with me and making some awesome, beautiful peppermints and candy canes. And I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Maybe I'll see you guys